Why did you do that?
Do what, Big Daddy?
Wipe her kiss off your mouth like she'd spit on you.
I don't know. I wasn't conscious of it.
That woman of yours has a better shape on her than Gooper's, but somehow or other they got the same look about them.
What sort of look is that, Big Daddy?
I don't know how to describe it, but it's the same look.
They don't look peaceful, do they?
No, they sure in hell don't.
They look nervous as cats.
That's right. They look as nervous as cats.
Nervous as a couple of cats on a hot tin roof.
That's right, boy. They look like a couple of cats on a hot tin roof. It's funny that you and Gooper, being so different, would pick out the same type of woman.
Both of us married into society, Big Daddy.
Crap. I wonder what gives them both that look.
Well, they're sitting in the middle of a big piece of land, Big Daddy. 28,000 acres is a pretty big piece of land, so they're square enough on it, each determined to knock off a bigger piece of it than the other. Whenever you let it go.
I got a surprise for those women. I'm not going to let it go for a long time yet, if that's what they're waiting for.
That's right, Big Daddy. You just sit tight and let them scratch each other's eyes out.
You bet your life I'm going to sit tight on it. Let the sons of bitches scratch their eyes out. But Cooper's wife's a good breeder. You got to admit she's fertile. Hell, at supper tonight, she had them all at the table. And they had to put a couple of extra leaves on the table to make room for them. She's got 5 head of them now, and another one's coming.
Yep, number 6 is coming.
Brick, you know, I swear to God, you don't know the way it happens.
The way what happens, Big Daddy?
You get a big piece of land by hook or crook, and things start growing on it. Things accumulate on it. And the first thing you know, it's completely out of hand. Completely out of hand.
Well, they say nature hates a vacuum, Big Daddy.
That's what they say, but sometimes I think that a vacuum is a hell of a lot better than some of the stuff that nature replaces it with. I can't stand sneaking and spying. It makes me sick.
They listen? Do they?
Yeah, they listen and give reports to Big Mama on what goes on in here between you and Maggie. They say that you won't sleep with her. You sleep on the sofa. Is that true or not true? If you don't like Maggie, get rid of Maggie. What are you doing there now?
Freshening up my drink.
Son, you know you've got a real liquor problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, I know.
Is that why you quit sports announcing, because of this liquor problem?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess so.
Son, don't guess about it. It's too important.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. Don't look at the damn chandelier. Something else we picked up on the big fire sale in Europe. Life is important. There's nothing else to hold on to. A man that drinks is throwing his life away. Don't do it. Hold on to your life. There's nothing else to hold on to. Sit down there so we don't have to raise our voices. The walls have ears in this place.
All right, Big Daddy.
Quit. How'd that come about? Some disappointment?
I don't know. Do you?
I'm asking you, goddammit. How in the hell would I know if you don't?
I just got out there and found I had a mouthful of cotton. I was always 2 or 3 beats behind what was going on in the fields. And so I...
Quit.
Yeah, quit.
Son?
Huh?
Oh, phew. I took in too much smoke. It made me a little lightheaded. Why is it so damn hard for people to talk?
Yeah. Nice, peaceful sounding clock. I like to hear it all night.
We got that clock the summer we went to Europe. Me and Big Mama on that damn Cook's tour. Never had such an awful time in my life. I'm telling you, son, those gooks over there, they gouge your eyeballs out in their grand hotels. And Big Mama bought more stuff than you could haul in a couple of boxcars. That's no crap. Everywhere she went on this whirlwind tour, she bought. Why, half the stuff she bought is still crated up in the cellar, underwater since last spring. That Europe is nothing on earth but a great big ocean. That's all it is. That bunch of old worn-out places is just a big fire sale, the whole rotten thing. And Big Mama went wild in it. Why, you couldn't hold that woman with a mule's harness. Bought. Lucky I'm a rich man, yes sirree, Bob. And half that stuff is mildewing in the basement. It's lucky I'm a rich man. It sure is lucky. I'm a rich man, Brick. Yep, I'm a mighty rich man. You know how much I'm worth? Guess, Brick. Guess how much I'm worth. Close on 10 million in cash and blue chip stocks. Outside, mind you, 28,000 acres of the richest land this side of the Valley Nile. But a man can't buy his life with it. He can't buy back his life with it. And when his life's been spent, that's one thing not offered in the Europe fire sale or in the American markets or any markets on earth. A man can't buy his life with it. He can't buy his life back when life is finished. That's a sobering thought. A very sobering thought. And that's a thought I was turning over in my head over and over until today. I'm sadder and wiser, Brick, for this experience which I've just gone through. There's one thing else that I remember in Europe.
What is that, Big Daddy?
The hills around Barcelona and the country of Spain, and the children running over those bare hills in their bare skins, begging like starving dogs with howls and screeches. And how fat the priests are on the streets of Barcelona. So many of them, and so fat and so pleasant. You know, I could feed that country. I got money enough to feed that goddamn country. But the human animal is a selfish beast, and I don't reckon the money I passed out there to those howling children in the hills around Barcelona would more than upholster one of the chairs in this room. I mean, pay to put a new cover on this chair. Hell, I threw them money like it's scatter feed corn for chickens. I threw money at them just to get rid of them long enough to climb back in the car and drive away. And then in Morocco, them Arabs, why, prostitution begins at 4 or 5. That's no exaggeration. I remember one day in Marrakesh, that old walled Arab city, I sat down on a broken down wall to have a cigar. It was fearful hot there, and this Arab woman stood in the road and looked at me till I was embarrassed. But listen to this. She had a naked child with her, a little naked girl with her, barely able to toddle. And after a while, she set this child on the ground and gave her a push and whispered something to her. The child came towards me, barely able to walk, come toddling toward me, and Jesus, it makes you sick to remember a thing like this. It stuck out its hand and tried to unbutton my trousers. That child was not yet 5. Can you believe me? Or do you think I'm making this up? I went back to the hotel and said to Big Mama, get packed. We're clearing out of this country.
Big Daddy, you're on a talking jack tonight.
Yes, sir, that's how it is. The human animal is a beast that dies, but the fact that he's dying don't give him pity for others. No, sir. Did you say something?
Yes.
What?
Hand me over that crutch so I can get up.
Where you going?
I'm taking a little short trip to Echo Spring.
To where?
Liquor cabinet.
Yes, sir, boy. The human animal is a beast that dies, and if he's got money, he buys and buys and buys. I think the reason he buys everything he can buy is that in the back of his mind, he has the crazy hope that one of his purchases will be life everlasting, which it never can be. The human animal is a beast that...
Big Daddy, you sure are shooting the breeze here tonight.
I've been quiet here lately. I spoke not a word, just sat and stared into space. I had something heavy weighing on my mind, but tonight that load was took off me. That's why I'm talking. The sky looks different to me.
You know what I like to hear most?
What?
Solid quiet. Perfect, unbroken quiet.
Why?
Because it's more peaceful.
Man, you'll hear a lot of that in the grave.
Are you through talking to me?
Why are you so anxious to shut me up?
Well, sir, ever so often you say to me, Brick, I want to have a talk with you. But when we talk, it never materializes. Nothing is said. You sit on a chair and you gas about this and that, and I look like I listen. I try to look like I listen, but I don't listen, not much. Communication is awful hard between people, and somehow, between you and me, it just don't.
Have you ever been scared? I mean, have you ever felt downright terror or something? Just a moment. I'm going to close these doors.
What?
Brick?
Huh?
Son, I thought I had it.
Had what? Had what, Big Daddy?
Cancer.
Oh,
I thought the old man made out of bones had laid his cold and heavy hand on my shoulder.
well, Big Daddy, you kept a tight mouth about it.
A pig squeals. A man keeps a tight mouth about it. In spite of a man not having the pig's advantage.
What advantage is that?
Ignorance of mortality is a comfort. A man don't have that comfort. He's the only living thing that conceives of death, that knows what it is. The others go without knowing, which is the way any living thing should go. Go without knowing, without any knowledge of it. And yet a pig squeals, but a man sometimes he can keep a tight mouth about it. Sometimes he can keep a tight mouth about it. I wonder if
What, Big Daddy?
a whiskey highball would injure this spastic condition.
No, sir. It might do it good.
Jesus, I can't tell you. The sky's open. Christ, it's open again. It's open, boy. It's open.
You feel better, Big Daddy?
Better. Hell, I can breathe. All my life, I've been like a doubled up fist, pounding, smashing, driving. Now I'm going to loosen these doubled up hands and touch things easy with them. You know what I'm contemplating?
No, sir. What are you contemplating?
Pleasure. Pleasure with women. Oh, Brick, this stuff burns me. Yes, boy, I'll tell you something you might not guess. I still have desire for women, and this is my 65th birthday.
I think that's mighty remarkable, Big Daddy.
Remarkable?
Admirable, Big Daddy.
You're damn right it is. Remarkable and admirable both. I realize now that I never had me enough. I let many chances slip by because of scruples about it. Scruples, convention, crap. All that stuff is bull, bull, bull. It took the shadow of death to make me see it. Now that shadow's lifted, I'm going to cut loose and have, what is it they call it? Have me a ball.
A ball, huh?
That's right, a ball, a ball. Hell, I slept with Big Mama till, let's see, 5 years ago, till I was 60 and she was 58. I never even liked her. Never did. Why, when Big Mama goes out of a room, I can't remember what that woman looks like. But when Big Mama comes back into the room, boy, then I see what she looks like, and I wish I didn't. Hey, where you going?
Out for a breather.
Not yet, you ain't. Stay here till this talk is finished, young fellow.
I thought it was finished, Big Daddy.
It ain't even begun.
My mistake. Excuse me, I just wanted to feel that river breeze.
Turn on the ceiling fan and sit back down in that chair. What makes you so restless? You got ants in your britches?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Something hasn't happened.
Yeah? What is that?
The click.
Do you say click?
Yes. Click.
What click?
A click that I get in my head that makes me peaceful.
I sure in hell don't know what you're talking about, but it disturbs me.
It's just a mechanical thing.
What is a mechanical thing?
This click that I get in my head that makes me peaceful. I got to drink till I get it. It's just a mechanical thing. Something like
Like a
switch clicking off in my head, turning the hot light off and the cold light on, and all of a sudden there's peace.
Jesus. I didn't know it had gotten that bad with you. Why, boy, you're alcoholic.
That's the truth, Big Daddy. I'm alcoholic.
This shows how I let things go.
I have to hear that little click in my head that makes me peaceful. Usually I hear it sooner than this, sometimes as early as noon, but today it's dilatory. I just haven't got the right amount of alcohol in my bloodstream yet.
Expecting death made me blind. I didn't have no idea that a son of mine was turning into a drunkard under my nose.
Well, now you do, Big Daddy. The news has penetrated.
Yes, now I do. The news has penetrated.
And so, if you'll excuse me,
No, I won't excuse you.
I better sit by myself till I hear that click in my head. It's just a mechanical thing, but it don't happen except when I'm alone or talking to no one.
You got a long, long time to sit still, boy, and talk to no one. But now you're talking to me. At least I'm talking to you. And you sit there and listen until I tell you the conversation is over.
Well, this talk is like all the others we've ever had together in our lives. It's nowhere. It's painful, Big Daddy.
All right then, let it be painful. But don't you move from that chair. I'm going to remove that crutch.
I can hop on one foot, and if I fall, I can crawl.
If you ain't careful, you're going to crawl off this plantation. And then, by Jesus, you'll have to hustle your drinks along Skid Row.
That'll come, Big Daddy.
No, it won't. You're my son, and I'm going to straighten you out. Now that I'm straightened out, I'm going to straighten you out.
Yeah?
Today, the report come in from Oxner Clinic. You know what they told me? The only thing that they could detect with all the instruments of science in that great hospital is a little spastic condition of the colon and nerves torn to pieces while we'll worry about it. I want you to know I breathed a sigh of relief almost as powerful as the Vicksburg tornado.
You weren't ready to go?
Go where? Crap. When you were gone from here, boy, you were long gone and nowhere. The human machine is not so different from the animal machine or the fish machine or the bird machine, or the reptile machine, or the insect machine. It's just a whole goddamn lot more complicated and consequently more trouble to keep together. Yes, I thought I had it. The earth shook under my foot. The sky come down like the black lid of a kettle, and I couldn't breathe. Today, that lid was lifted. I drew my first free breath in how many years? God, 3. Stay here, you son of a bitch, till I say go.
I can't.
You sure in hell will, god damn it.
No, I can't. We talk. You talk in circles. We get nowhere. It's always the same. You say you want to talk to me and don't have a rotten thing to say to me.
Nothing to say when I'm telling you I'm going to live when I thought I was dying?
Oh, that? Is that what you have to say to me?
Why, you son of a bitch. Ain't that important?
Well, you said that. That's said. And now
Now you sit back down.
You're all balled up, you.
I ain't balled up.
You are. You're all balled up.
Don't tell me what I am, you drunken whelp. I'm going to tear this coat sleeve off you if you don't sit down.
Big Daddy.
Do what I tell you. I'm the boss here now. I want you to know I'm back in the driver's seat now.
Christ.
Yeah, Christ is right. Son of a tub of hog fat.
Big Daddy. Give me my crutch. Give me that crutch, Big Daddy.
Why do you drink?
Don't know. Give me my crutch.
You better think while you drink or give up drinking.
Will you please give me my crutch so I can get up off this floor?
First, you answer my question. Why do you drink? Why are you throwing your life away like something disgusting you picked up in the street?
Big Daddy, I'm in pain. I stepped on my foot.
Good. I'm glad you're not too numb with the liquor in you to feel some pain.
You spilled my drink.
I'll make a bargain with you. You tell me why you drink, and I'll hand you one. I'll pour you the liquor myself and hand it to you.
Why do I drink?
Yeah, why?
Give me a drink and I'll tell you.
Tell me first.
I'll tell you in one word.
What word?
Disgust. Now, how about that drink?
What are you disgusted with? You gotta tell me that first. Otherwise, being disgusted don't make no sense.
Give me my crutch.
You heard me. You gotta tell me what I asked you first.
I told you. I said to kill my disgust.
Disgust with what?
You strike a hard bargain.
What are you disgusted with? And I'll pass you the liquor.
I can hop on one foot, and if I fall, I can crawl.
You want liquor that bad?
Yeah, I want it that bad.
If I give you a drink, will you tell me what it is you're disgusted with, Brick?
Yes, sir. I will try to. Have you ever heard the word mendacity?
Sure. Mendacity is one of them $5 words that cheap politicians throw back and forth at each other.
You know what it means?
Don't it mean lying and liars?
Yes, sir. Lying and liars.
Has someone been lying to you? Who's been lying to you? Has Margaret been lying to you? Has your wife been lying to you about something, Brick?
Not her. That wouldn't matter.
Then who's been lying to you, and what about?
No one single person, and no one lie.
Then what? What then, for Christ's sake?
The whole thing.
Why are you rubbing your head? You got a headache?
No, I'm trying to.
Concentrate. But you can't because your brain's all soaked with liquor. Is that the trouble? Wet brain. What do you know about this mendacity thing? Hell, I could write a book on it. Don't you know I could write a book on it and still not cover the subject? Well, I could. I could write a goddamn book on it and still not cover the subject anywhere near enough. Think of all the lies I gotta put up with. Pretenses. Ain't that mendacity? Having to pretend stuff you don't think or feel or have any idea of? Having, for instance, to act like I care for Big Mama. I haven't been able to stand the sight, sound, or smell of that woman for 40 years now, even when I laid her, regular as a piston. I tend to love that son of a bitch Gooper and his wife May and those 5 same screechers out there like parrots in a jungle. Can't stand to look at them. Church, it bores the bejesus out of me, but I go. I go and sit there and listen to the fool preacher. Clubs, Elks, Masons, Rotary, crap. You I do like for some reason. Did always have some kind of real feeling for. Affection, respect. Yes, always. You and being a success as a planter is all I ever had any devotion to in my whole life. And that's the truth. I don't know why, but it is. I've lived with mendacity. Why can't you live with it? Hell, you've got to live with it. There's nothing else to live with except mendacity, is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, there is something else you can live with.
What?
This. Liquor.
That's not living, that's dodging away from life.
I want to dodge away from it.
Then why don't you kill yourself, man?
I like to drink.
Oh, God, I can't talk to you.
I'm sorry, Big Daddy.
Not as sorry as I am. I'll tell you something. A little while back when I thought my number was up, before I found out it was just this spastic colon, I thought about you. Should I or should I not, if the jig was up, give you this place when I go, since I hate Gooper and May and know that they hate me, and so since all those 5 same monkeys are little Mays and Goopers? And I thought, no. And then I thought, yes. I couldn't make up my mind. I hate Gooper and his 5 same monkeys and that bitch May. Why should I turn over 28,000 acres of the richest land this side of the Valley Nile to not my kind? Why in hell, on the other hand, Brick, should I subsidize a goddamn fool on the bottle? Liked or not liked, well, maybe even loved. Why would I do that? Subsidize worthless behavior, rot, corruption?
I understand.
Well, if you do, you're smarter than I am, goddammit, because I don't understand. And this I will tell you frankly. I didn't make up my mind at all on that question, and still to this day I ain't made out no will. Now, well, I don't have to. The pressure is gone. I can just wait and see if you pull yourself together or if you don't.
That's right, Big Daddy.
You sound like you thought I was kidding.
No, sir. I know you're not kidding.
But you don't care?
No, sir. I don't care. Now, how about taking a look at your birthday fireworks and getting some of that cool breeze off the river?
Wait! Brick! Don't let's leave it like this, like them other talks we've had. We've always talked around things. We've always just talked around things for some rotten reason. I don't know what. It's always like something was left not spoken, something avoided, because neither of us was honest enough with the other.
I never lied to you, Big Daddy.
Did I ever to you?
No, sir.
Then there's at least 2 people that never lied to each other.
But we never talked to each other.
We can now.
Big Daddy, there don't seem to be anything much to say.
You say that you drink to kill your disgust with lying.
You said to give you a reason.
Is liquor the only thing that'll kill this disgust?
Now? Yes.
But not once, huh?
Not when I was still young and believing. A drinking man's someone who wants to forget he isn't still young and believing.
Believe in what?
Believing!
Believe in what?
Believing!
I still don't know what the hell you mean by believing. I don't think you know what you mean by believing. But if you still got sports in your blood, go back to sports announcing and
Sit in a glass box, watching games I can't play, describing what I can't do while players do it, sweating out their disgust and confusion in contests I'm not fit for, drinking a Coke, half burger, so I can stand it. That's not good anymore, no help. Time just outran me, Big Daddy, got there first.
I think you're passing the buck.
You know many drinking men?
I've known a fair number of that species.
Could any of them tell you why he drank?
Yep, you're passing the buck to things like time and disgust with mendacity and crap. If you gotta use that kind of language about a thing, it's 90 proof bull, and I'm not buying any.
I had to give you a reason to get a drink.
You started drinking when your friend Skipper died.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting nothing. But Cooper and May suggested that there was something not right exactly in your...
Not right?
Not, well, exactly normal in your friendship with...
He suggested that too. I thought that was Maggie's suggestion. Who else's suggestion is it? This is yours? How many others thought the skipper and I were...
No, hold on a minute, son. I knocked around in my time.
What's that got to do with...
I said, hold on. I burned this country till I was...
Whose suggestion? Who else's suggestion is it?
Slept in hobo jungles, railroad wires, and flop houses in all cities before I came back.
Oh, you think so too. You call me your son and a queer. Oh, maybe that's why you put Maggie and me in this room with Jack Straws and Peter Uccellos, in which that pair of old sisters slept in a double bed where both of them died.
It's hard to talk in this place.
Son of a...
I've seen all things and understood a lot of them till 1910. Christ, the year that I'd worn my shoes through, I hopped off a yellow dog freight car half a mile down the road, slept in a wagon of cotton outside the gin. Jack Straw and Peter Uccello took me in, hired me to manage this place, which grew into this one. When Jack Straw died, why, old Peter Uccello quit eating like a dog does when its master's dead, and died too.
Christ!
I'm just saying I understand such things.
Skipper is dead. I have not quit eating.
No, but you started drinking.
You think so too.
Shh. Go away. Just broke a glass.
You think so too. You think so too. You think me and Skipper did sodomy together?
Hold
That's what you...
on a minute.
You think we did dirty things between us. Skipper and
Why are you shouting like that? Why are you
me. Is that what you think of Skipper? Is that?
so excited? I don't think nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm simply telling you what.
You think that Skipper and me were a pair of dirty old men?
Now that's just.
Straw, a cello, a couple of
Now just.
ducking sissies, queers. Is that what you think?
Jesus, whoa. Grab my hand.
No, I don't want your hand.
Well, I want yours. Get up. You've broken out in a sweat. You're panting like you'd run a race with God knows who.
Big Daddy, you shock me. Big Daddy, you shock me talking so casually about a thing like that. Don't you know how people feel about things like that? How disgusted they are about things like that? Why, at Ole Miss, when it was discovered a pledge to our fraternity, Skipper and mine attempted to do an unnatural thing, we not only dropped him like a hot rock, we told him to get off the campus, and he did. He got all the way to
Where?
North Africa, last I heard.
Well, I have come back from further away than that. I've just now returned from the other side of the moon. Death's country, son. And I'm not easy to shock by anything here. Always, anyhow, lived with too much space around me to be infected by ideas of other people. One thing you can grow on a big place more important than cotton is tolerance. I've grown it.
Why can't exceptional friendship, real, deep friendship between two men be respected as something clean and decent without being thought of as
It can. It is, for God's sake.
various?
I told May and Gooper.
Frig man, Gooper. Frig all dirty lies and liars. Skipper and me had a clean, true thing between us. I had a clean friendship practically all our lives till Maggie got the idea you're talking about. Normal? No. It was too rare to be normal. Any true thing between two people is too rare to be normal. No, once in a while he put his hand on my shoulder, or I put mine on his, or maybe even when we were touring the country in pro football and shared hotel rooms, we'd reach across the space between the two beds and shake hands to say goodnight. Yeah, one or two times we...
You brick. Nobody thinks that's not normal.
Well, they're mistaken. It was. It was a pure and true thing, and that's not normal.
Yeah. It's hard to talk.
All right, then. Let's let it go.
Why did Skipper crack up? Why have you?
All right. You're asking for it, Big Daddy. We're finally going to have that real, true talk you wanted. It's too late to stop it. Now we got to carry it on through and cover every subject. Maggie declares the Skipper and I went into pro football after we left Ole Miss because we were scared to grow up. Wanted to keep on tossing those long, high passes that couldn't be intercepted except by time, the aerial attack that made us famous. And so we did. We kept it up for one season, that aerial attack. We held it high, yeah, but that summer, Maggie, she laid the law down to me, said, now or never. And so I married Maggie.
How was Maggie in bed?
Great. The greatest. She went on the road that fall with the Dixie Stars. Oh, she made a great show of being the world's best sport. She wore a tall bearskin cap. A shako, they call it. A dyed moleskin coat. A moleskin coat dyed red. Cut up crazy. Rented hotel ballrooms for victory celebrations. Wouldn't cancel them when it turned out defeat. Maggie the cat. But Skipper, he had some fever, which came back on him, which doctors couldn't explain. And that got that injury turned out to be just a shadow on the x-ray plate and a touch of bursitis. I lay in a hospital bed, watched our games on TV, saw Maggie on the bench next to Skipper when he was hauled out of a game for fumbles. Burned me up the way she hung on his arm. You know, I think that Maggie had always felt sort of left out because she and me never got any closer together than two people just get in bed, which is not much closer than two cats on a fence humping. So, she took this time to work on poor dumb Skipper. He was a less than average student at Old Miss. You know that, don't you? Poured in his mind the dirty, false idea that what we were, him and me, was a frustrated case of that old pair of sisters that lived in this room, Jack Straw and Peter Ocello. He, poor Skipper, went to bed with Maggie to prove it wasn't true. And when it didn't work out, he thought it was true. Skipper broke in two like a rotten stick. Nobody ever turned so fast to a lush or died of it so quick. Now, are you satisfied?
Are you satisfied?
With what?
That half-assed story.
What's half-ass about it?
Something's left out of that story. What did you leave out?
Yes, I left out a long-distance call which I had from Skipper, in which he made a drunken confession to me and on which I hung up. Last time we spoke to each other in our lives.
You hung up?
Hung up? Jesus, well.
Anyhow, now, we've tracked down the lie with which you're disgusted, and which you're drinking to kill your disgust with, Brick. You beat passing the buck. This disgust with mendacity is disgust with yourself. You dug the grave of your friend and you kicked him in it before you'd face the truth with him.
His truth, not mine.
His truth, okay, but you wouldn't face it with him.
Who can face truth? Can you?
Now, don't start passing the rotten buck again, boy.
How about these birthday congratulations, these many happy returns of the day when everybody but you knows there won't be any? Let's go out now and
No one's going out. What did you start to say?
I don't remember.
Many happy returns when they know there won't be any?
Ah, hell, Big Daddy, forget it. Come on out there. Come on out of the gallery and look at the fireworks they're shooting off for your birthday.
First, you finish that remark you were making before you cut off. Many happy returns when they know there won't be any. Ain't that what you just said?
Look now, I can get around without that crutch if I have to. It would be a lot easier on the furniture and glassware if I didn't have to go swinging along like Tarzan of the...
Finish what you was saying.
Leave the place to Gooper and May and their 5 little monkeys. All I want is...
Leave the place, did you say?
All 28,000 acres of the richest land this side of the Valley Nile.
Who said I was leaving the place to Gooper or anybody? This is my 65th birthday. I got 15 years or 20 years left in me. I'll outlive you. I'll bury you and have to pay for your coffin.
Sure. Many happy returns. Now, let's go watch the fireworks. Come on, let's.
Lying. Have they been lying about the report from the clinic? Did they find something? Cancer, maybe?
Mendacity is a system that we live in. Liquor is one way out, and death's the other.
Brick!
I'm sorry, Big Daddy, my head don't work no more, and it's hard for me to understand how anybody could care if he lived or died or was dying or cared about anything, but whether or not there was liquor left in the bottle. And so I said what I said without thinking. In some ways, I'm no better than the others. In some ways worse, because I'm less alive. Maybe it's being alive that makes them lie. And being almost not alive makes me sort of accidentally truthful. I don't know, but anyway, we've been friends. And being friends is telling each other the truth. You told me, I told you.
Christ damn old lying sons of lying bitches. Lying, dying liars.